Eli Turner had seen death, drought, and the worst kind of men in his 48 years, but nothing in his life prepared him for what he found near the Rio Grande. A young nun was bent over a sun-baked boulder, gripping it like she was fighting for the very air in her lungs. Her face was flushed, trembling, sweat dripping down her temples. When Eli got close enough, he heard her whisper, weak, breathless. "Please, help me." At first Eli thought she was fainting from heatstroke. But then he saw her knees buckling, the way her whole body shook like something inside her had snapped loose. He rushed to her. "Ma'am, you hearing me? Stay with me." She tried to answer, but her voice tangled into nothing. She nearly collapsed, and Eli caught her before she hit the ground. Her skin burned like fevered fire. "I drank the tonic," she whispered. "The merchant said it would keep me awake, but something's wrong." That was all he needed to hear. Folks in Los Cruces had been whispering about a traveling peddler named Silas Crow, a man selling miracle tonics that left people sick, dizzy, or worse. Medicine, he called it. Others called it the devil in a bottle. And now a nun, a righteous woman, was paying the price. Eli carried her into the shade. "Easy now. Breathe. I'm Eli Turner. You're safe. I'm Sister Maria Elena," she managed. "I was heading to the mission, but the tonic, it's like my heart is racing without me. I can't think straight." Her fear wasn't just pain, it was shame. "What if the others think I did something wrong?" she whispered. "You didn't choose this," Eli said. "A rotten man tricked you. That's not sin, that's cruelty." But she was shaking harder now, fighting the poison in her blood. "Please, don't leave me alone," she said, gripping his arm. "You're not alone," Eli promised. Just then, footsteps. From behind a cottonwood tree stepped Silas Crow himself. Greasy smile. Silver tongue. Rotten to the core. "Well now," Silas drawled, "looks like my tonic works better than I promised." "You poisoned her," Eli said, rising to his feet. Silas smirked. "I sell opportunity. What folks do with it, that's between them and God." Then his voice sharpened like a blade. "Bring me money by tomorrow, or I'll tell the mission what I saw here today." He walked away, grinning, leaving dust and danger behind him. Eli lifted the trembling Sister Maria Elena onto his horse and rode toward Los Cruces. She leaned weakly against him, whispering, "If he lies, they'll believe him. Not me." "Truth wins," Eli told her. But both of them knew the truth didn't always matter in a town hungry for rumors. The mission bell was ringing when they arrived. Father Thomas, several townsfolk, and Silas, already stirring trouble with a written statement for the sheriff. "Sister Maria," the priest demanded, "explain yourself." Her voice shook, but she spoke clearly. "The tonic clouded my mind. Eli Turner saved me. He did nothing wrong." Silas laughed darkly in the back. Father Thomas ordered an investigation and took the sister inside. Eli saw the shame in her eyes, not because of her actions, but because of the lies people wanted to believe. Outside, Silas whispered with two rough-looking men. The real storm was just beginning. Night fell hard over Los Cruces. Lanterns flickered across the mission walls as whispers spread through town, half-truths, rumors, and Silas Crow's poisonous lies. Inside the mission, Sister Maria Elena lay in a small cot, finally breathing steady but still weak from the tonic. Eli stayed outside, keeping watch like a silent guardian. He wasn't about to let Silas near her again. But Silas wasn't finished. Just past midnight, Eli heard a faint scrape, a window latch being lifted. He was already moving. Silas had one leg through the mission window, reaching inside, ready to drag the sister out like evidence for his twisted blackmail. Eli's voice cut through the dark. "She's not going anywhere." Silas froze. "That nun owes me." "She owes you nothing but a noose if the sheriff hears the truth," Eli snapped. For the first time, Silas's confidence cracked. Lanterns flared as townsfolk gathered, drawn by the noise. A ranch hand stepped forward, jaw tight. "He sold me that same tonic. Had me shaking for a full night. Lost a day's work." Then an older woman added, voice trembling with anger, "My grandson nearly died from that poison." Silas took our money and vanished. One by one, the stories poured out. Silas's smirk turned into a snarl. "All of you are liars." But the crowd had turned. The spell of his silver tongue was broken. Sister Maria Elena stepped out into the lantern light, steadier on her feet now. The entire town fell silent. Her voice was soft, but it carried more strength than any accusation. Silas Crow sold poison. He clouded my mind and tried to use my weakness for his gain. Eli Turner saved my life. I broke no vow. I chose no sin. I was deceived. Silas lunged toward her, desperate, cornered, but Eli grabbed him by the collar and slammed him against the mission wall. "You're done," Eli growled. Father Thomas and the sheriff finally arrived. The sheriff took one look at Silas, heard the flood of complaints, and cuffed him without hesitation. Silas spat curses as he was dragged away, but they didn't matter anymore. The town finally saw the truth. Sister Maria Elena turned to Eli. "You protected me, even when the whole town wanted to believe the worst." Eli tipped his hat, a quiet smile breaking through. "Just did what was right." But she shook her head gently. "No, you did more than that. You gave me back my name, my dignity." As dawn broke over the mission, the Rio Grande glittered in the early light. The storm had passed, not because of miracles, but because one man refused to let lies win. Eli Turner rode out of Los Cruces later that morning, the sister watching from the mission doorway, a soft peace finally returning to her eyes. Justice had come to the desert. And Silas Crow would never poison another soul again.